Hey guys, welcome to the Flite Test Tech channel, and today I'm super stoked because we're releasing the Flite Test Blur. It's an ultralight race frame, and hopefully you're here because you want to see how this thing goes together and you got one yourself. So let's get right to it and put it together. Now we're going to open up our kit here. Inside of our Flite Test Blur kit, you're going to see a couple of different things, so I'm just going to pull them out. And so you're gonna need your mid plate, your bottom plate, and all four arms. The bottom plate here, you can see that it has a slot right here for your strap. So this is your bottom plate. We're gonna now take our hardware kit, which was all this, and we're gonna take our sync nuts out, our standoffs, and all the screws. Let's open them up real quick. And whenever I'm building any kind of drone, it doesn't matter the size or how many pieces of hardware, I like to put them in little piles so they don't get mixed up. Now we're gonna take our 2.0 millimeter Allen wrench and our middle plate. We're gonna take this sync nut and install them in the bigger holes. There's two of them. There's one in the back and one in the front. And how to install these sync nuts is you're gonna put it inside the hole and you're gonna grab one of your screws, the shorter ones, and you're gonna screw that all the way down until the sync nut presses in. So now, once you start tightening the screw, it will start to pull into the carbon fiber, like so. And you're gonna insert your press nuts or your sync nuts into both holes on your mid plate. So now we're gonna install our arms. So you're gonna need the bottom plate and the mid plate, and these two actually line up, the mid plate and the bottom plate. How you can tell where they line up is when you put them together, your 20 by 20 holes right here should be lined up in your battery strap holes. Just like that. So once you figure that out, now we can put our arms on. And I like to start with one at a time. They're gonna go in between the mid plate and the bottom plate. So now just go arm by arm, and I start with the longer screws. They go on the outside. So we'll feed it through here. And put our mid plate. And then we'll do our other arm as well. And then you can start your standoffs. And then you're going to take a shorter screw and you're gonna start it in the middle. If it doesn't line up right away, make sure you can move the arms around, wiggle them, wiggle the screw around, and snug that up. You don't have to make it super tight, just hand tight. So this is our 3D printed arm lock, and I designed this so you have no slop in the arms. The thicker part right here goes towards the front of the frame. So you're gonna take the thicker part and install that first. And you'll be able to push that all the way down. Now with that installed, we're gonna install our next arms. All right, so we're installing the other arms and we're using the longer screws. And if you're having some trouble, you might have to just wiggle your arms around because the tolerances of the holes, they line up exactly together. Then we can install our other standoffs. And then take a shorter screw and install it in the middle. Now you can go around to all your screws and tighten them up. Boom. So now you have the bottom half of your frame assembled. Next, you're going to choose if you want to run bottom mount battery or top mount battery, because we provide both plates for you. If you're going to run bottom mount battery, you're going to choose this plate. If you're going to run top mount battery, you're going to choose this plate. I'll show you what it looks like with both of them on there, but for the first one, I'm going to choose your top mount battery. So we're going to set this one aside. And with the top mount, if you notice, there's another big hole right in the middle of the plate. That's for another press nut. So the reason there's a press nut in the top plate is for accessories that are either already out or ones in the near future where you can hold GoPros or have turtle fins, stuff like that. So right now I'm going to actually install that press nut before I put it on top. Alright, so now we have our press nut installed in our top plate. Before we install that on our frame, we're actually going to take our 3D printed parts and install that on our standoffs. So I'm going to actually start with our antenna mount, which this is actually designed for a Team Black Sheep antenna whip. That way you can actually screw it to the 3D printed antenna mount. And that's actually going to go in the rear, so we're going to locate the rear of our frame. How I know this is the rear of my frame, it has less space behind the 20 by 20 holes than it does in the front. I'm going to install that like so. Alright, and next we're going to install our camera mount. This is just a universal camera brackets for a micro camera. And we're going to install that on the front standoffs. Now we can go ahead and install our top plate. How you know the front from the rear on your top plate is the front has a bigger opening than the rear. I'm going to set that on top and take the 4 remaining short screws and install those. Alright, now that your frame's complete, one last thing to do is install your rubber battery pad for your battery. This one's for the bottom, and then we also have one for the top plate as well. So I'm going to use the bottom one, and I'm just going to take off our double-sided sticky here, and we're going to set that right over the screws and push down. Alright, now we have our top mount battery plate on. We're going to install our rubber battery pad. Now this part, the holes aren't big enough right here on the end of the rubber pad, so all I'm going to do is actually cut those off so we can install our bolts. And I did that on both sides, and then that way you can just install your battery pad like so. And we're going to install it over battery strap holes and push down. So these two pieces right here are actually freebies. The factory messed up and gave us foam battery pads instead of the rubber battery pads. So you guys can keep these and do whatever you want with them. Alright, and that's how you build a Flite Test blur. Make sure to hit that subscribe and notification bell because we're coming out with informational videos and review videos every week. And happy flying.